something like that, but we could say yes and no at the same time. We have a big guest in the house, one of the guys that has made history in West Nile, one of the guys that has made history in the greater Aluru sub-region. We are talking about the newly promoted side that has just joined in the big league with the likes of the Calvaries, the likes of Unduparaka Football Club, the likes of the Blacks Powers, and we have in the house the head coach, the man himself that made it work out for the Black Angels after being in the top flight leagues for quite some time now. And here they are. He successfully picked them, packed them in one bus, drove with them throughout regional league successfully, and has delivered them into a very big league. You're most welcome in the house. We have Mr. HASSAN NASSUR, head coach by the Black Angels. Good afternoon, sir, and you're most welcome.
Good afternoon. So humble to be here. Okay. So honored, sir. Okay. Yeah.
I already introduced you. I don't know if those are your right names. Maybe you help the viewer out there and tell us your names, your position, and probably where you work for.
Yeah, that's the names. By the names, I'm HASSAN NASSUR, head coach PBA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today we've brought you in the house. We will generally be talking about a lot that is happening, and I think I should have started with congratulating you, for successfully delivering another team into there is a big league to join in the big dogs, I should say, the likes of Unduparaka, Calvary, and Blacks Power. It's going to be quite a very interesting journey this time around for big league in West Nile. So tell us how this very successful journey, I will now call it successful because we've come to the end of it. We know it has not been easy and all that. So basically tell us how this whole journey has been, where it started from, and what happened in between, and all that, how you worked out and made it through to where we are right now.
Yeah, thank you, Susie. It has not been an easy journey, as all we know. The first, we give thanks to Almighty Allah to make it for us up to this extent. It has not been an easy one, you know, where you started from, from the pre-seasons, you have a lot of criticisms, a lot of challenges your way, but all in all, with all the difficulties, and we managed to come all this way, and all credit goes to Almighty Allah, then plus the team that I've worked with, the management, PBA, they have really given their best, you know. When we started the project, you know, the slogan was Mission Big League, and that's how all our focus was. We were all focusing to see that the project we have started, we need to accomplish the mission, and of which we thank God that it comes to an end and we achieved it.
Okay. Yeah. Quite a very big one. I want us to start with the journey probably the Black Angels had in regional league. Nyagaki zone was quite a very tough one. We did see a lot of stiff competition. In the start we thought maybe the competition was going to be between Nebi Central was in the flight. We did see probably the United that I think one time did beat you at Barukuru. We did see Pakwachi youngsters also giving you guys a heck and all that. So let's look at the journey that we did have in regional league as it is in Nyagaki zone.
Yeah, you know, Nyagaki zone has not been an easy journey for us. As you can see, you have a lot of derbies, you know. It's always called for a lot of determination, sacrifice, you know. You always have to be very focused. Each and every game you need to go for it and you win, because there are big teams behind you. The pressure itself was massive, and you see how Pakwachi youngster closed, pushed us, you know. But the only challenge that I love that what they are doing, they're instead giving us a lot to work on, of which it ended on our way. You know, when the opponent is trying to give you a lot of task, and then it is giving you also a lot to work in and to produce for us the result, of which we try to manage. Like I said, there was a very big derby that side. If you see Naluru land, Greater Nebi, you know, you have like around 6 derbies in Greater Nebi. You know how it is, and we thank God that we only lost 1 game in the whole season. Okay. If you take in the total around 26 matches, 1 loss and only 3 draws, and all that comes for the preparation and how good you prepared yourself and the boys, and how organized the team you're in, the club itself, the management, for their good work done. You know, they're always behind us. The fans themselves, they are very more supportive to us. You know, that's what keeps on pushing us day by day, and all their sacrifices and their support, we have to pay them by taking the team to the big league. Okay. And that's how we pay them back. Okay. Yeah.
I want us to look at other players, specifically you and the players. I mean, we've seen you adding on a couple of players from Arua City, I should say. There are a lot of the players that we have from Arua City in the squad of the Black Angels. We have the likes of Gaddafi Gadinho. We have Marcelo, there is Jamal Suleiman, we have Isco, and a lot more. Sometimes we see the players here, but then if it is game day, the players are also the other side. I mean, the distance is quite there. How do you manage all this to see to it that the players are under one umbrella? Maybe they attend trainings, and then when it comes to match days, they go in there and they always go in and perform. I mean, how has that whole thing been? Because it's always a hassle for other coaches to, get together players that can speak one language, players that are very respectful, players that are very disciplined. We've seen coaches suffering to team or to term in players in. Their players are always rowdy, others feel they are bigger than the club, but we always say there is no player that is bigger than the club. So basically that whole thing, I mean, how have you been managing it?
Yeah, it has not been an easy one. As you can see, like I said earlier on, when you want to build a team, the project, one thing that you have to sit on the table with the management, how their target is. If their target is the big league, that we need to promote this team, then you have to give me the mandate to sign the type of the players that I'm going to work with to make us achieve our mission, of which I thank them for that. They gave me that platform, and that's why you see we really did a lot of signings around the town and the whole region, I may say, because we have got players from Nebi, we have got players that side of Pakwach, you know, so it has been a West Nile kind of, and then plus Buganda region, because if you see my first choice goalkeeper is Muganda, comes from the central. So the recruitment was just because for us to achieve the mission, and of which the management gave me the room to do whatever I know, but at the end of the day, the pressure was on me. We gave you all it takes, but we want the results. And that's where the pressure was too high, and you know, that's when it gives me also a lot to work on. And when it comes in the discipline of the players, you know, these are the players that they know me and I know them, and how my relationship with them, you know, as much as people think a lot about them and those are hectic players, they can't stay in the camp. I want to tell you one thing, these boys, we are all in the camp. If you see them around the town, they have come just for maybe an emergency, but throughout the season I've been all the squad that side. Exception of only one player who is in school. He was a bit up and down, which is Kapole, off and on. That's the only player at least who was not constantly with the team. But the rest of the team, the rest of the players, they were 100% in the camp, and that's what people are wondering, how best, or how, and that's where the question always comes in. How do I manage the boys? Like I said, that it's all the terms that you have with the players, because if you look at, these are the players that you are the one who recruited them. You gave them the platform. Definitely they have to listen to you. They have to give you that room and honor you and pay that respect, and that's why you see the likes of Gadino. I'm so much privileged to be one of his tacticians and to work with, because the level of the maturity he showed, and you know how he grew up the young ones, and the respect he has for us as a technical team. It is not what people think out here, but he has been exceptional. If you like, right from the second leg up to the playoffs, if you see that he has really brought us that picture of the Gadino we used to know. We have big names. You have the Koyombe, you have the Dantes, you have the Iscos. Those are people whom at one point people think that I'm not going to work with, because at one point they're going to undermine. But this is the boys who proved each and everyone wrong, even including me. They proved me wrong by being disciplined all the time. You know, there's only challenges, one or two things, and we sit down and we harmonize things in a, you know, in a professional way. Once you, as a tactician or as a coach, you have a problem with the player, trust me, you're not going far. So whatever this, how smaller the issue is, you need to forego it or work on it there and then immediately without even wasting time, because you know, issues dealing with the pitch stops at the pitch. But once it is taking you out from the pitch, then it's a big one. So that's when we normally, you know, as coaches, whatever the problem is, we have to finalize it there and then in the pitch. Okay. That's why you see the boys all, at the end of the day, we manage them as a technical team. Not only me, with my staffs, they have been so much discipline, and that's when we have been producing the result out of their discipline. Because if it was not because of their discipline, you know, football, the first thing is the discipline itself, and that's where the results were coming in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like you said, I think the players that you've mentioned are very true. These are people now that we see as big guys. These are people that have made a name. These are people that have built in their brands. And by the way, when the season started, a lot of people came through and tried saying, just like you said, they did prove even yourself wrong. A lot of people came through and said, you won't manage working with these players, especially the Gadinos and the rest. They always feel they're big and all that. But you specifically also just cleared the air and said that these are very disciplined guys. And I think their discipline has yielded them on a positive, and it has helped them build that respect for themselves. It has helped them build a very huge name to themselves and all that. So basically, this I think is quite a very huge one, and this has also been seen in that the team has achieved collectively, together with the help of the players, together with the help of even other players that we've not mentioned here, and together with the help of as well the head coach himself, that is you, that we have in the house. And now, since you told us that the mission from right from the start and all that has been mission big league, mission big league, mission big league. Now that you have attained that mission, possibly you could be having another theme for the next season that is to start, that we'll see you now playing in big league. We all know one time the Black Angels played the biggest tie of football in Uganda. There is a Startimes Uganda Premier League in there. But from there they dropped and dropped and dropped up to where they were, and then you people literally also picked them from down there, and you are delivering them step by step where they are right now. From regional league to the playoffs, the theme was mission big league. Now that you are in big league, are we going to see another theme coming up?
Yeah.
Are we going to see another? Maybe you could be having your, you could be having maybe another mission that you want to achieve. You could be having your plans that are you maybe want to keep silent, but possibly fans out there now. Yeah, we all know this has just been of recent. It has not lasted. Just like I asked you offset, and you said the players are home resting together with you, but you only have maybe a week and all that. So what other theme are we expecting, or what are we anticipating for the Black Angels ahead of next season? And of course, a big league starts in September because UPL starts first. That is next month, August, and then a big league will kickstart in September. Apparently, we should say 1 month, because now already we're in July, and then we only have August that is wholesome, solid, and then September. So what should the fans expect? What are we actually anticipating for the Black Angels under you, Mr. NASSUR, and of course the entire team and the entire squad that is there?
Here, you know, after completion, the first mission is that you really, like you stated earlier on, this is the team which has played in a top flight, and that's where the target is. After completing this mission here, the slogan, it's back again to us. It is for the greater neighbors, and you know, the biggest thing here is that you know, the rivalry that we are going to have here within the West Nile alone, 4 teams playing the same tire. You know, that's not going to be an easy one, you know, the 4 derbies, and that's what going to make us to really to bring the club's name where it's supposed to be. And by that, we really need to start again, and that is what always boosts us. When you have a slogan and your target will always be to achieve it, and I think by achieving this, then the next step is the mission UPL, which is in the pipeline already. And at the end of the day, like I said, we don't have time. The season has closed for us as PBAs. You know, it closed for us very late, as you can see. We never have room for resting. Right now, we need to be. There are times for recruiting, and the season has been open. The window is open. We need to see left and right, and to see where necessary we can fix you know, the challenges we have been getting in the regionals, and the position that we see that having a loopholes that we need to be recruited, and that caused no rest room. Like I said, I'm just here for 2 days and we need to go back to the office, and we work harder. As much as I'm not going to be around, but it won't stop me by doing the work even though I'm away. But all in all, the next mission is the mission UPL for the PBA, and you know, that is the first thing is that we want to sell the brand of the club, and we want the club should be where it's supposed to be. That's why you see where the supportive and the moral was, and from where we stop, I think that's where we're going to begin, with that high expectation. And you know, together we work as a team. Fans, they're always massive, you know, the support they give to the management. And you know, when things on the management side is okay, definitely technical team, we also in a better position of, you know, taking the team where it's supposed to be. So the challenge here and there, it is something that technically we are going to sit down and see where possible that we can turn things around for us to achieve the next. It wasn't a smooth journey. There was a lot of challenges here and there. So for that, it will calls for us to sit down and, you know, evaluate what is best for us to do, for us to retain to be in the big league or to take the team to the next level. Yeah.
Mission UPL, it's going to be a little bit hard, just like you have said, having rivals here and there within West Nile, I should say, playing in all of those derbies. And we know the pressure that normally comes through with derbies. It's very tense, but I'm quite sure you people will be able to handle the derbies, because basically you had the most pressure of derbies in regional league, I should say, just like you had said, in Nyagaki zone, for the fact that Nyagaki zone, yeah, we have a few teams. We have few teams this way from Arua district. Arua district, I think, has one team, that is Kuluva Rainbow, and then Arua City. Which else? The rest of the teams are in the greater Liru sub-region or in the greater Naibi region. So basically, with the experience of handling the pressure of all those derbies in a regional league, that saw you come through up to the playoffs and all that, I think even the playoff was a kind of, okay, from let's say from the game you played with the two zones combined, that is with Raka, I think, and then that was also a derby for us here. And then after that, another derby also came through in the playoffs with Pajule. It was still a northern derby. So basically, I should say derbies now couldn't really be a very huge thing to you. This is something you all know that you can manage and all that. Now, I want us to get back to yourself now as a coach. Where did you start this from? I mean, where did you get the passion from? Were you once a player? I should say, maybe, okay, for me, I know your history, but someone out there could be seeing you for the first time. Someone out there could be wondering now, this has done, okay, head coach PBA, Mr. Hassan has done this quite tremendous work for the Black Angels. He has delivered them successfully to maybe big league and all that. I mean, what is his history like? We specifically started with the club because I know a lot of people could be very eager out there wanting to know, hey, what did this guy do to make this possible and all that. We have done that for the viewers. Now, we are we are of course shifting to there is you as a person. When did this start? I mean, is this the first club you're coaching? Were you once a player? Maybe who was your idol? Where did you pick the passion from? Possibly we're starting from there.
Yeah, it has been, you know, football. You always have to give your time, and I started it way back. You know, my journey of football, one started as a player way back, West Nile, then coming to Diamond Stars, of which right now it is Arua City. then crossing over to that side, going to the Western region, and that is where I play most of my football career. And that's where also where I started my coaching career, that side. So yeah, it has not been a fast journey for me. In West Nile, I think it is the biggest club that I've got opportunity to coach. But it has not been my first journey. I started it that side of Western. I started it with the Doves when he's still in a 4th division, took them to zonal and to the regional. Then later on join Kirasa United, you know, being as a coach player. That's where the confidence in me tells me, and the passion that I have for football, for being the touchline, I started gaining the momentum from there. And that's where by then I was still also have that love of playing at the same time. So injury got me, and you know, everything's happens for a reason. The injury gave me the platform of being in a in a touchline for the whole season, of which it has been not an easy one for us after losing our head coach. So definitely I had to come in and to take as an interim, so it was not an easy one for me. And from then I have to come back home. I have to join Nebi at the same point in January, though things never went on well. I have to remain with the team. Then I have to come back to where I started my journey, which is Arua City. And I've been there in the technical team. As you know, it has been so much hectic that being throughout in playing football, you started again another journey of being a coach. So I try to give myself a resting, so I had to shift again, doing some other business while also doing sports at the same time. But I said, now this is the time. I need to get up and start where my dream is. And I think normally you see when you're off season like this, I have young talented players around the town. I bring them together. You know, we always have those pre-season friendlies with them, and this is where the sport came in for me to get the platform, or for me to get the call and being appointed as a PB head coach. So it has not been an easy one, although there are a lot of criticisms coming in. Being a very big platform, no one believed that I would do it, and I believe in myself and the passion I have for football, and the small brain I have for it. I have to give it out. I have to give my best, and of which I thank Almighty Allah, which has done it for me. And yeah, here I am today, and yeah, history, we shall always be part of the journey that you promise yourself, because without dedication, we've got resilience. Without persevering, there's nothing comes for free. I went through a lot, and if you look at only this one season, the challenge itself that I've gone through, it is a big one. But at the end of the day, this one achievement can kill all the challenges you've been going through, because it is that very challenges which makes you stronger, which makes you to be pushing on and on and on till you have achieved your mission. Big ups for the Paida people, Alur, for believing in me. They really have the passion, and they said this is the person that can do for them this. That love they showed me gave me the energy. It boosted me, and at home always you will never be appreciated. So at the end of the day, I thank Allah for proving myself, and to prove them wrong, that I can do something with their support or without their support, because there are people out there who see good thing in you, of which people at home they cannot. So I think it has not been an easy one, but all in all, we achieved it as a team, not as an individual, because you can't work alone. My technical team, the players themselves, all our work as a technical, it comes from the players. If the players give their best 100%, definitely a technical team will perform. If a player don't give themselves 100%, then technical team will also not perform to that par. So at the end of the day, it has not been an easy one, and that's how my journey was, and that's where I started my journey from. Most of it western side, and that's where up to date, up to now, I can have a phone call, I'm needed that side. That's why the rumors going in, Doves that side needs, and Boma itself. But at the end of the day, I'm yet comfortable where I am. I haven't decided yet, though the contract itself has run out, but the decisions very soon you'll hear where I am and where I'm to
I was actually going to come to that, but we will, of course, return after a break hour from here. That is where we're going to start from, because, of course, we are hearing in a lot of rumors here and there and all that, you're living by the Black Angels, you're in talks with some other clubs here and there and all that. And we are going to go for a very short commercial break. Viewer, don't touch that remote. Keep it low.